What the hell did he do to that person? This can mean all sorts of things. If you know, you know. I feel optimistic about it. Hello Internet, it's I the Roshi and I'm back with another reaction, but this time something a little different than what you're used to. The Lackadaisy Season 1 trailer dropped, and you know I have to check that out. So I've been following this and I'm pretty interested. I have a background in animation and I was very impressed with the pilot. So just like my other stuff, I'm gonna watch this all the way through, and then at the end I'm gonna share my thoughts and talk about it a bit. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's watch this thing. Oh shit.
That's beautiful music, honey. What else can you play?
All right. And that was it. All right, so first my general thoughts. I liked it. It was short, it was simple. I mean, it is a teaser after all, but it already gives this idea of how we're starting our story, or at least maybe who we're going to focus on. Lackadaisy has a lot of characters, but it's to no one's surprise that we're starting off with Rocky here. And what's interesting here is that this teaser seems to predate the events that take place in the comic. And we can tell this by a few different things, such as Rocky's design. For example, his ear is in one piece. There's a lack of a scar, which we don't really have to get into at the moment. Because I really want to talk about how this made me feel and how I thought it looks. I feel optimistic about it, especially when just considering the smaller details on their own. There's a lot of interesting choices that they made that actually work really well. For example, the beginning of this teaser starts with very cool colors, and as we progress through the teaser, the colors start to get warmer. This can mean all sorts of things. Could be calm, cool, collected, but also could be lonely and dreary. We got dead trees, dead grass, dirt road, an overcast sky. This scene looks depressing and very still. You have Rocky here on the side of the road, like maybe not a lot's happening in his life right now, and then you see this lone car pull up and look how excited he is to not just get a ride into the city, but to also maybe just meet someone. And we all know Rocky's personality and that he's kind of more dramatic and eccentric. And that kind of vibe doesn't always mesh well with some people. So much so that they chucked him out of the vehicle. I mean, let's think about that for a second. This person was kind enough to stop for a hitchhiker, and then not even 2 minutes later pulls over to violently chuck them out of the vehicle. We might be thinking, "Aw, Rocky, poor Rocky. What the hell did he do to that person?" So without even any dialogue in this beginning bit, we have an idea of Rocky's personality. Now, once again, if you read the comics, you already have an idea, but, you know, if you're seeing this for the first time, not having any clues of, you know, what these characters are like, then yeah, this is pretty strong right here. Next scene, we have Rocky on the train, heading towards the city. He's trying to make his way there. The train, although a muted color, is a shade of red. So things aren't super bright and exciting yet. However, we do have a light source coming in that is brightening up Rocky's character. So this could symbolize a shift in his mood. We have the city in the distance, and although it's still foggy, we don't see the full picture yet. It is still brighter in this direction. Good things on the horizon. I mean, that's just unfortunate. You then have this scene where Rocky's approaching, where we assume he's going to be staying. It's dark. It's not lived in, possibly has been abandoned for a really long time. However, you do have lights in these other windows. Regardless, in the distance, you see that there are lights from these other buildings. He is entering a more lived area. Before we saw it was desolate, it was dreary, he was alone. Now there are at least people nearby. However, his home appears to be pretty abandoned, so I'm taking this as a way of them saying that although he is here, Rocky himself has not made any connections yet. He doesn't have anyone to pal around with, to really get to know. He's still on his own. However, there is a better chance that may change for him. And then we get here, and things are already a lot brighter, focusing on this pigeon, his hat, his ears. These colors are still kind of muted, but not to the extent of how everything kind of was before. Rocky's chilling on some steps, playing his violin, the light is shining on him. And then we shift point of view, more from Rocky's angle, looking at Mitzi and Atlas. They have the morning sun behind them. And what I really like about this is that Mitzi is in the foreground, or at least, you know, slightly more forward than Atlas, and she is very bright compared to him. This is very symbolic because if you know, you know, a character who hangs in the background. And the way that Mitzi's very close to him, holding on, although he may not be in the picture for too long, he is still a figure of support. Or at the very least, a crutch. Things got brighter, and he met the people that give him a future. And we got ourselves a happy boy. Rocky's back in town, and he's found a new line of work. The brightest layout that we have so far. Lackadaisy, the speakeasy. We got the drinks, the red background, the arches, you know, like stage. It's here. This is it. There's no doubt in my mind that I can look through this again and pick out more things to talk about, but I am just going to leave this here for now. And if you guys want me to talk more in depth, then let me know in the comment section down below. I just wanted to do this real quick just because I appreciate and respect Lackadaisy, and I'm just really excited for this project. This is just very exciting. I can't wait to watch this. Go watch this teaser, leave comments, give it a like, and if you're able to, go support it on their backer kit. Well, that's it for me. Go and support Lackadaisy by giving them a sub, and give me a sub as well if you're interested in the content that I make. You know, theory crafting, analysis, breakdowns, things like that. And also, if you are hearing me right now, that means you made it to the end of the video. If that is so, then in the comment section down below, within your message, leave the word speakeasy. And that way, I will know that you are indeed a real one. Thank you so much for joining me. Shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.